You come in again? Okay. So, hi everyone. So, tonight I have a little guest right here. Wow. And he don't want to sleep yet. You want to go back to your room? Alright, bye bye. Good night. Bye bye. Go find mama. Okay, great. So I've uploaded some videos on some of the companies that I covered previously, like ASML, ARM. But more importantly, do you still remember that the past few sessions, I keep on showing the price to sales ratios for various companies? These are the time whereby your price to sales ratio went lower than the 3-year average. So if there are some great companies that you have been looking very closely into, and then right now is lower than the price to sales ratios, right now might be a good time to look into adding in. If you have some investment plan since the beginning of the year, so I hope you guys have. And then if you like to start your investment, start your few round of bullets, I guess, or I felt this time might be a good time to start the first round. Okay, so tonight it's got 15 days, called what? It's the Chinese New Year 15 day. In Chinese, called 元宵节. So 元宵. And then if you have some so-called 汤圆, not dumpling. I haven't bought my 汤圆 yet. Later, maybe I go and use to buy some. Yeah, Chinese Valentine. I think over the weekend, is it? Yeah, over the weekend or yesterday, I don't know. In Marina Bay, there's this like a Chinese Valentine's activities that people just do matchmake. I don't know whether is it in Penang or is it in KL or Klang, there's these activities. But it's interesting to me. I guess Singapore, we need more couples, and more importantly, we need more babies. So let's do a quick look at the market. I heard from someone else. So war starter is always the one who like to get benefit out of it. So the war starter, like the US, always like to get something out of it. Every time there's war, right? War happen elsewhere. But when there's major war happening out there, market will always have some reaction. And when market draw down, right? How long would the drawdown goes? How long it takes to get bottom? How long it get recovered? This so-called statistics that the trader would very interested in. Am I saying that if I know that the average is 19 days, I only buy in 19 days? That's not what I meant. But it's just to give us some, what is it called? Bottom line to our heart and soul, right? So if things happen, right, how long it takes? And then when it goes down, how long it takes to recover. So these are the objective of doing these studies. Let's say there's a major war that happened, right? How long you think the market will bottom up, means like get to the bottom point. I didn't update this, but you know that. So right now, market greed going to market fear zone, and then with the bomb that happening over the weekend, right? Market is like extreme fear, not just the stock, even the fuel price. There's some fuel price movement as well, which is oil. Okay, right now I also like to share with you some of the influencer that I followed. Moving forward, if you like to get different perspective, different insight, you can follow this person called 𝐼𝐶𝐽𝐺. 𝐼𝐶𝐽𝐺, all right. So he's the US influencer, so you can follow them. 𝐼𝐶𝐽𝐺, when they share, right, they share very timely because they are full time. This is their work, their passion. So that's why their information is very timely. So when market go down, right, from North Korea missile crisis, it go down at least for 14 days before it recover. Saudi Aramco drone strike, 19 days. Russian Ukraine conflict, 13 days. Israel, 14 days. So it's close to like 2 weeks, but average, right, is 20 days. So you can see that it is close to 1 month. So you can see that it close to 36. So it's like 6 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks, 5. Yeah, so it's like 6 to 7 weeks. The Saudi one is longer. So it's close to like 1.5 to 2 months. All right, so it take 1 month to go down, 1.5 to 2 months to recover. Yesterday still green. It's no. I can really see my portfolio in the pre-market, right? So on and off things would happen, but this gives us some sense of how long statistically things happen. All right, so average 19 days, average 41 days. But this is since 1921 or 19-ish. So it includes World War One and World War Two. But World War One or World War Two is too far away. So let's say we just look at past 30 years. So since the US terrorist attack, actually days to bottom out is just 9 days, means 2 weeks. And days to recover, right, is just 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah. Actually, the market dropped faster and recover faster, especially the last few years when it pertains to war. So last 30 years, the drop and returns is much more shorter. This is wartime. This doesn't include the 2008 crisis. This is just war. And how much in percentage does the market return? So total drawdown is less than a few percentage, all right? But if you look at the returns, right, from this is 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months, you can see that the drawdown is in like 1 percentage point, but the return is 257 or even 8. So you can see that it recover close to like doubled or even tripled after the war happened. So you can see that it's tripled averagely, if it's just based on war. So right now, Iran war is happening. right? So even country like SEC, their neighbor country like Bahrain, which is the US ally, right, also gonna bought because Iran is retaliating, right? Time to buy some ETF. Okay. Okay, so you can see that same thing. I don't want to just rely on average number like since the World War One and World War II. I just take the recent average. But if you look at recent average, the recent numbers, actually the number is not so far off from, in terms of percentage return, it's not so far off. So it's like 1%, 257. All right, so it's like 1%, 27, like 9-ish. So if you get the point, whereby the war, in terms of like market reaction or volatility in pertain to war, it dropped like in less than a month, recover within 2 months. In regards of the returns, right, it returns back like so drop like average 1 to 2% and return back like 3, even 2 3 times. Is this a worrying sign if there's war? Like not because of humanity issue lah, it's just for your portfolio. So this is a summary in terms of large cap stock. Average return 11%, small cap 13%. So the bond return doesn't get better. And then days to bottom up like close to 20 days, like 1 month, and days to recover like 1.5 to 2 months. But things are slightly different if there's recession. Okay, so right now I guess the biggest problem is not the war. The biggest problem is whether or not there's recession coming in. So what do you think? Yes or no? Is there recession coming in? So when there's best combat recession, Lehman Brothers recession, all right, and when there's Iranian general killed in 2020, there's recession. Remember, not just recession, is also COVID. Yep, and then these two, there's no recession, but market is still panning out. When there's Lehman Brothers crisis, the market is like dropped by 40%. Lehman Brothers also further 11%. 2020, the Iranian general killed, but it went back up lah. The world so-called the recessions happened in 2022. Yeah, so this is the 2022 recession. Okay, the conclusion I want to draw upon right here is this. So if you're worried about market going further downward, right, war is not the one that you should worry about. We should worry about the recession. Yeah, because most of the time when there's war, there's no recession. So if you're interested, there's this like LPL Financial. These are all where the data and information being pulled out in pertain to war. And to conclude, recession might paint a different story. So will there be a recession in a year of fire or 2026? I don't know. If you have some shaman or whatever, right? So DC Plus, there's this like Battle of Fate, the Korean shaman like can predict whatever market recession one. Or it's very good excuse to crash the market momentarily, I would say momentarily. I hope by sharing all this and also all the recording that I populated, you guys have enjoyed for the first 2 months of the year 2026. And then for those who are paying, really thank you for supporting. And then right now I'm on the third month, which is March, right? So March itself is I didn't start off like as what I wish. So if you follow my Instagram account, you see my latest story lah. Like in March, I supposed to have 3 assignments, and these 3 assignments that's supposed to be my cash flow got cancelled. Yeah, got cancelled means my cash flow is reduced. So for me, I got to build up a pipeline of cash inflow means I need to build up my assignment, I need to build up contact so that I can have a healthy cash in for the rest of the year. So other than that, happy 𝐶𝐭𝐵 May, happy Fire Horse year. I wish everyone a very good fortune with abundance of health and good relationship and good opportunities. Everything come abundantly to you guys. And please do take care of your health as well. So this the first session of March. And then the second and third week will be recorded. And then the fourth week will be a live session. And then I will only run the live session on the 24th of March, which is the last Tuesday of the month. And then more update will be shared on that. Right, so that's all for tonight. Thanks for watching to the end. Before I go, do remember to click subscribe, comment your thoughts, and share with someone who need a little bit of investing motivation today. See ya!